At 5, it's offer review. Boy, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Plus, we have gear tier 17 offers. Woof! One core offer in the store, a bunch of other stuff. Also, on the Marvel Strike Force social media, specifically Twitter, they have a calendar. Interesting things on this calendar that we haven't seen before is Hulkbuster with the date. Looks like that's going to be at the end of the month. Some sort of event is going to start on the 21st. My understanding is that it'll be a milestone event milestone unlock method, and then we've also got Vivision right here starting on. It looks like that is the 14th, and she's going to be an event campaign, which is my I think one of the more player friendly unlock methods, kind of the way that Valkyrie is being unlocked right now. And then for the whole month, of course, we've got Deathlock. Also mentioned here is there was a glitch. And they posted here on social media, login count today recently started called Ride of the Valkyrie, which that grants rewards for 5 days. Day 1 of the counter erroneously granted some of the Valhalla Orb Fragments that would not provide progress for the Ride of Valkyrie milestone. So basically you could collect the orbs, but it didn't go towards the milestone. So to fix this problem, day 5 rewards will be updated to include the fragments that provide progress, plus an additional 2,000 fragments. And the calendar has been extended by 1 day to ensure that all players can claim these rewards. Okay. All players should be able to claim the Valhalla Orb Fragments in the calendar and gain progress to the Ride of the Valkyrie milestone before milestone ends. Okay. So that was a problem that was reported midday today. Looks like they have already responded to that. Then also, boundless amount of content. Now, not everybody's going to agree with this post, but I want to say that largely I do. And I'm actually, as far as new content, there's been a bunch lately, and I've been grateful for that. And I'm happy with largely, not everything. I think there's always room for improvement, but I do largely agree with the sentiment of this post. And like I said, Reddit is usually pretty salty, which we're going to read a salty post next. But this post here is largely positive. Credit's due. A lot of things can be said about Scopely and the way the game is ran. No kidding. But there's so much content that we've gotten in the last couple of weeks that I have to give them kudos. I've quit Hero Collectors before simply because there was nothing to do other than work towards the next big team or legendary. Log in, do your dailies, get your rewards, and well, that's it. Just in this last week, I've been spending 4+ hours in the game every day doing meaningful and progressive content, new challenges, Pestilence Sagas, and DD5, just to name the big ones. And also kudos for not making these new events face roll, audible finger exercises. The fun is the difficulty and strategizing with your different characters and composition. Isn't that what these games are all about? Okay, so that's a point of view that I largely agree with. We've had some new events, some new content, and a lot of it has been challenging. Some of it has been very hard. I get it, and I don't think everybody agrees on this. And then we have a very contrasting opinion right here. Marvel Strike Force has become too overwhelming, and I think this post has some good points in it as well. A longtime lurker here. I've been playing Marvel Strike Force every day since global launch, and I'm mostly free to play. I only spent about $340, $300 to $400 over the game's lifetime, and I haven't spent in about 2 years. Seen all the metas, YouTubers come and go, every bug, everything. I've been playing in a competitive alliance from the start of the game and pretty much been able to keep up and build my whole roster. I've never really had a problem with the game until recently, and they make some very good points right here. It's been said to death, but at the rate of the characters are coming out or required for in-game content is getting harder and harder to keep up with. This is true. Additionally, I feel like my agency has been ripped away. This is true. I mean, I just took Scarlet Witch to gear tier 16, and I'm going to have to take her to blue ISO 4. Doesn't feel good. I have no choice. I have no agency, no decision. It's not a character I would normally upgrade, but I need to use her to unlock Apocalypse someday. So it's kind of been removed from me, right? It's not a lot of fun. Not a character I would choose to do. I've never had a problem with the game until recently. It's been said to death, but the rate of characters are coming out. Required in-game content is harder and harder to keep up with. Additionally, I feel like my agency has been ripped away. And now that I know what's required to Apocalypse, a character I love, I am upset that I cannot upgrade who I want anymore. And it gets worse than that. We do know partially who we need to get Apocalypse. What's been disclosed to us so far is that it's going to be the Horsemen and the Horsemen teams and other characters. We don't know how many. We don't know how many teams. We don't know anything. We don't know if it's going to be old characters or if it's going to be new characters. So we know a part of the puzzle. We don't even know what percentage of the puzzle. Do we know half the puzzle? Do we know 3/4 of the puzzle? Do we know 90% of the puzzle? We don't know. We don't even know anymore. You're only given X amount of materials and gear, and you have to use them on specific characters. Otherwise, you can't get Apocalypse. That's correct. It's getting super frustrating that not only does it feel like I cannot play the way I want to, the way I have been, but now I also cannot keep up with the number of characters being unloaded on us. It's ridiculous. I'm not even building up all the Scourge teams if I don't have to, which I think is a smart thing to do. I mean, if we look at the last Scourge event, it was really all about Young Avengers, and it was a waste to upgrade the other 2 Scourge teams, and I'm not sure how the third round is going to play out, so I'm being careful. I'm saving up resources until we have a more definitive answer on how the third Scourge is going to play out. If I don't have to, but it's still just so much. And then this is the point that it really blows my mind, is I'm a game developer myself. I've worked on a few AAA titles, and I literally have no idea what Scopel Next is possibly thinking. Either give us more training materials or slow down on characters, please. I feel like my game is getting ruined. Yes, I know a simple suggestion is just to quit and move on. I feel like people that complain love the game, and I think that that's the point of making these posts, is the person actually loves the game, but they're frustrated. But I do really love Marvel Strike Force and want to see it succeed, but I'm worried it's going to be difficult to keep up with. I'm not going to quit, and I don't want y'all to think I'm just sad and salty, but I just think I need to point out my grievances and get it out of my head. Basically, the boiled down version of this message is the game is getting extremely overwhelming and becoming extremely difficult to keep up. And as a day one player, it makes me sad. So largely, I feel like part of this, the trick to Marvel Strike Force is that is to not buy into the fear of missing out, the frustration marketing, any of that, and just to play at your own pace and let things evolve at your own speed. It's literally by design that the game is, and I'm guilty of it myself, 1,000%. That that they create problems and they sell us solutions. They create goals and benchmarks, and then they sell us solutions. And you have a choice to either play at your own speed or to spend money, and it's by design. So I've kind of joked around and memed around, and I have this community manager whip skit where I pretend to be a community manager that's all evil and stuff like that. And I talk about the triangle of Scopely marketing, and I talk at the top of it is that they believe in frustration marketing, and that to deploy their frustrating marketing, they use mechanics like artificial scarcity, and they create a problem which they sell a solution, and the solution they sell some sort of loot box RNG surprise mechanic, and that's the triangle. Frustration marketing fueled by artificial scarcity, sell a loot-based solution. The triangle, it's a triangle of mobile games in a lot of ways. So I think knowing that helps in a lot of ways. And we're going to talk about that specifically in offer review, because there's a couple offers that I like, and then there's a couple offers that I feel like they're kind of doing that. So I did a chat. One of my moderators here on Twitch made a poll. So I don't know if this represents the broader base community, because it's, Twitch is a little bit different. And the question is, how much do you spend monthly? Now, it was the key thing right here is that none free to play, 100% free to play, 20% spent before, but no more, 18%. So that's almost like 40% of the people not spending. Then spending less than $100 was the highest group right there, 34%. And then the category that I'm in, I spend maximum $400. I usually spend around $300 a month. And I'm in this category here, represents 23% of the people that answered this poll. And then over $500 is 5%. So this largely did not surprise me. This is kind of what I would have expected. I suspect that people that participate in this poll are more biased towards spending than the broader Marvel Strike Force community. So let's get into offer review. We've got some funny offers. We've got some doozies. So you got some offers that are truly atrocious that I really do not like. And then I've got some other ones that I think are okay. So this is the dual Pimtech team offer. Largely this team has fallen out of favor. Ghost was the only character that had some play. Even she is not being played as much. $50 for 180 times 5. This will help you unlock Jubilee. So if you're on the lookout for Jubilee, there you go. Now this is I don't think this is a good offer at all. Equal chances of a 5, 6, or 7. So third, $35. Ooh, just seems super pricey. And that is for Iron Man, who is on the Bionic Avengers Tech Raid team. Also, they will be used for the Scourge team on the 4th Horseman. So that will be the War Horseman, which no. That'll be I don't know what horse. That'll be the last Horseman. Death or something like that. I don't even know. Let's keep moving on. Not a good deal. I just don't see the value in that. Okay, so this is not surprising. This is typical of Scopely. So I just want to put out what this is. This is an offer for Gear Tier 17 orbs. These orbs have 3 columns that include 2 total pieces. One column has 1, the center column has 1, and the last column has 1,000 gold. So basically there's only 2 pieces. So this is for 20 orbs. So a total of 40 pieces. 40 pieces for $100. And that is not a lot. This is Extreme Kraken. This is the initial offer. So whenever there is another level of progression, whether it is gear or it is Blue ISO 4 or whatever it is, the initial offers are the most expensive, and it is for the Ultra Krakens that are trying to get characters up to Gear Tier 17 as quickly as possible. So this is just extreme pricing. Like I said, it's almost $2.50 for each piece. So, you know, if you look at how many pieces are required, let's say on like Morgan Le Fay, but it's hundreds, to get her up to Gear Tier 17. And right now, you can get them in the supply store, which is like cost 300k gold, and then also available for 3,900 Crucible points. So like I had a chunk of Crucible points, and that is dwindling down quickly. So these are super scarce and super expensive, and out of my price point, I'm not considering myself, and we're just going to move on. The Demolisher. This is a Deathlock Orb. This is the orb that gives a minimum 6, maximum 180, averages 9.3. I value these orbs at $3 a piece, so that's $15. Pestilence Orb Party Pack. So this orb has other things in it. It has actually a lot of good characters, but the main purpose of this orb is for Morgan Le Fay. Congratulations, everybody got their Morgan Le Fay payout. So people have upgraded the Morgan Le Fay. And the idea here is that if you want to upgrade your Morgan Le Fay further, these orbs average 3.54 Morgan Le Fay shards per orb. And so do what you got to do. It's pretty expensive, but I know a lot of people will say, hey, I'm only 15 shards away from getting her to 7 stars or 6 stars or whatever. And maybe an offer like this will get you over the top. There's other things in the orb. So if you take a look at the contents of the orb, there actually is a lot of other good stuff in there. Goddess of Thunder, 50 Mighty Thor shards for $35. This is the highest price that this is sold for. Not a fan of this type of offer. And then Armory 14. Now, it looks like this is the new pricing on this. It used to be 24,000 fragments or 12 orbs. Now it's been moved up to 15 orbs. So if you need Armory 14s, I feel like the main bottleneck for people right now is orange catalyst. So this doesn't help with that problem. Armory 15 orbs, same thing. They're starting to give more orbs for the same price. That is 15 Armory 15 orbs for $10. And then we have the Armory 16s. Again, they did a small change, the Armory 16. It only gives out 2 pieces per orb. And then they added the 3rd column, almost an insulting amount of gold. I believe it's 1,000 gold. Anyways, this helped me. This type of offer helped me finish Dark Dimension 5. So if you're pushing Dark Dimension 5, this is a way of doing that. Let's move on. Shield bundle. So The shield characters largely out of favor, but there you go. I don't use any of these characters. Very reasonable if you're looking for bulk shards, but none of these characters I play on a day-to-day base, and they are milking Kate. They are absolutely milking Kate and Echo to the last penny right here, and I really hope that these characters just become farmable. It seems like they're way overdue, and we'll have to see. This is probably one of the most reasonable offers here in offer review today. We got 50 character shards of Kestrel, one of my personal favorite characters in the entire game. Excellent plug and play character. Hopefully she also becomes more accessible than just in a premium orb, a boosted rate and premium orb. So 50 character shards for $5. It feels very reasonable. And then this right here is this is the 17% discount. Now, if you're a purchaser of blue ISO 4 ions, it does take 715,000 to upgrade a single character from blue ISO 3 to ISO 4. I believe it's going to be one of the primary choke points for getting Apocalypse. It's kind of like Gear Tier 17. It's just super pricey. When we go down below, there are some offers that are a better deal than this one right here. There's another $50 offer that actually gives more ions, but still super pricey. This one is only 17% off. The offers that we're going to look at, I believe, are 25% off. You're almost losing money by not buying it. No, Legacy 2 Orb offer. A big fan of this. If you are looking for T3 ability materials, this orb right here gives a random amount that seems to vary anywhere from 350,000 up to 400,000 T3s. So if you're looking for T3s, this is going to be the best price. $5 for anywhere from 350 to 400. There's a small amount of gold, purple gear, and then there's also character shards in here from year 2. Big fan of this. All right. Teal unique gear offer. Boo, boo. I'm not a fan of these gear offers. And then also, oh my God, Techno Future Bundle. I want to go on a little rant about this. Scopely, if you want me to buy this, if you want people to consider this, the last day of the event is the best time to sell this. When we know how many points we're going to have, we know if we're going to be short 300, 400, 500, where we can make an educated guess. This is literally, they just want to buy this. They want us to buy it blind. Scopely, not the day before, the last day of, I believe, is the time to sell this. So I also want to give a shout out to, oh my God, I got trolled. Runyon, who sent me $6 to buy this. Oh my God, I have a feeling he's got a little kick out of that because he knew I was going to rant about this offer. Anyways, let's move on. Cyber Super Bundle again. This has Armory 16s, 15s, and 14s. If you're in high demand of those, $50. Not the best deal, but it also gives you for the Deathlock event and the month-long event, which we don't have all the math of, but seems like all events, many times players end 400 or 500 short. Has been, well, I mean, where were you last month on the last day? Were you short a lot or were you short not? It varies, right? I think 25% of people in my chat said they were completely done with the event on the last day of the month. Let's go past these. Not a fan of these offers right here. Also, these are the Valhalla Orb Fragments, which has like a 12% chance of having like a pretty high demand character. I think there's a Dazzler and somebody else in there. I can't remember. But these are pretty much just a proxy for training materials. The main purpose of these orbs is that they have basically the same amount of training materials as a training material orb. So I value training material orbs at $1.50. So these orbs are worth at least $1.50. I don't want to say if they're worth $2, but they're at least worth $1.50 a piece. So these orbs are also go towards the event. So there's some other added value. It's just that if these were closer to $2 or $1.50, I might get excited about these offers. But for right now, we're just going to move past them. No, thank you. A duo shard offer, super expensive, 60 character shards of Mighty Thor and Valkyrie for $75. Ouch. Mega Orb mega deal. So this is for Ms. Marvel, 180 character shards, which I think is reasonable enough for $15. And then you also get a Mega Orb, depending on who you talk to. Mega Orbs are typically worth about $5. And if you're somebody that has like every character unlocked, the Mega Orbs, like for me, are not as valuable because I get typically duplicates, which just convert into Ultimus food. So I'm not so much of a fan of that myself. They're probably worth $1 to me. But anyways, if you need Ms. Marvel shards, there you go. I think that's reasonable enough. Gold promotion credit offer. So you can buy this offer twice and upgrade a single character from 5 red to 6 red, or you can buy this 3 times. I mean, you have to buy the, no, I misspoke. You have to buy this 3 times, $150 basically to take a single character, more or less. It takes 100 gold promotion credits to take a single character from 5 red to 6 red. You'll get some mega orbs. I like these orbs. Those orbs are the web store orbs, when the web store was created. There's actually small chances of getting like Cersei and Icarus in those orbs. And then we've got 3 gold orbs. Those are worth about $1.50 a piece. So times 3, $4.50. But anyways, not a purchaser of that. Boo, trash. We're largely in the trash area. Okay, so this is what I want to draw your attention. I'm not going to be buying any of these, but I do believe this is going to be a major choke point for unlocking Apocalypse. Right now, of the characters that we know we're going to need to unlock Apocalypse in game, we've got 2 complete teams. That would be Unlimited X-Men and Darkhold. And then we have part of the Gamma team in game, which would be Hulk and She-Hulk. You know, so like those are like the only characters right now that I'm personally considering taking to Blue ISO 4, not Quake. I'm wondering if Dormammu was a mistake. I'm not sure, but they're super scarce, and this is definitely Kraken territory. I'm not willing to spend, you know, because it takes 715,000 of these, so pretty much you have to spend almost $150 to take a single character from Blue ISO 3 to Blue ISO 4. Also, there's not really a lot of ways of getting these materials, right? One of the ways that we can get them is through the Victory Blueprint event, which I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video. Boy, this is kind of a big deal. Victory Blueprint event starts on the 7th right here. And so very important when you receive your Alliance rewards in your mail, do not open them. Do not open them because you want to save them for when this event starts, because that is one of the only ways that you can get blue level 4. I believe there's enough to upgrade. Like if you max out this event, you can upgrade 1.6 characters. The other way to get the blue level 4 ions is through being in the top 3 tiers, the top 3 divisions of Crucible. But even if you're in like the top tier, it takes months to upgrade 1 character. So save your Alliance War rewards in your mailbox until this event starts on the 7th. Very important. Back to what we were talking about. This is just super pricey. This kind of hurts my soul a little bit. 20% discount. Yikes. I mean, what is even that? And then right here is a $50 offer. This $50 offer is better than the $50 offer that we saw up above. This one here has 300,000. And it looks like this math, which usually never makes any sense to me, but 25% is, you know, the other one was 17% off. This one is 25% off. So this is more for the $50. I'm not going to be buying these. And then lastly, right here, 625,000 of them for $100. It is 715,000 of these to upgrade a single character from Blue ISO 3 to Blue ISO 4, which is going to be some of the unlock requirements to get Apocalypse. And like I said, the only characters that I personally would recommend upgrading at this time would be Darkhold, Unlimited X-Men, and then of course She-Hulk and Hulk. And I've pretty much done the entire Darkhold team except for Scarlet Witch, and I've already started on Rogue. And then from Rogue, I'll work on to like Gambit and so on and so on. Let's move on. Red Star Avenger, but this is the worst offer I've seen in a long time. Equal chances of a 3, 4, or 5. I don't feel like 3 or 4 stars have a lot of use. Silver promotion credits. It's pretty. You should be using your silver promotion credits to take characters from 3 to 4 to 5. Relatively easy process to do it. And none of these characters. Some of these characters are really terrible. I mean, I understand that Hulk is going to have a use, Vision's going to have a use, but largely Captain America and Hawkeye, they're part of the Wave 1 Avengers. They'll have a use, but Ant-Man, what if you pull an Ant-Man? What if you pull a 3-star Ant-Man for $20? Anyways, I think silver promotion credits is the way to go rather than doing this. We got Weapon X, This is the Phantom X offer. Again, extreme pricing, 50 character shards for $35. Yes, he is a member of the Unlimited X-Men, but typically he gets dropped off the team for a mirror match, and he's replaced by somebody that gives speed bar or reduces speed bar. Some people use Cable. Other people use like Hawkeye to lower rogue speed on if there's a mirror match situation. So, it's kind of like he's the Scarlet Witch of the Unlimited X-Men. Another Daily Pestilence Orb. We talked about this orb. This is the orb that has, on average, 3.54 Morgan Le Fay shards. All right, we're kind of the dregs of offer review. It's important to scroll down here because at the bottom is the one core offer. And so this one core offer will give progress in the Deathlock monthly long event, Techno Future Milestone Booster. Plus, we get some other prizes there. One core, thank you very much. Let's toggle over to the free-to-play account. There's a bunch of offers over there that I think are interesting. Like there's an offer for Miles. Also, a bunch of packages right here, which are useful for unlocking the legendaries. Right there, we got $50 for Inhumans. If you unlock Black Bolt, you can pair a Black Bolt with these 4, let's say, and then unlock Ebony Maw. Then we've got right here deep discount. This is for X-Force. X-Force will help you unlock, Doc Ock. And then prepare for Nick Fury. This one actually tells you Kree minions there will help you unlock Nick Fury. And then right here we've got Pimtech offer, which we talked about earlier. That'll help you unlock Jubilee. And then right here we've got lastly the Asgardian offer, which will help you unlock Black Bolt. And also, 3 of these members are Hero Asgardians, which can be used with the 2 new Hero Asgardians, Mighty Thor and Valkyrie, for the Scourge event for Red Hulk, the 3rd Horseman. All right, let's scroll past all the duplicate offers. There are a bunch of offers in here that were not on the main account, so I do want to go over them. There were some good values on older Young Avengers. There was a Miles one that I think is worth considering. We've got Thor right here, Lord of Thunder, 75 character charge, $15. That's an okay deal. You do get a training orb and a gold orb, which I value at $1.50 a piece. That's not a great deal, but it's okay. Then we got Shield Mating, Sif, 75 character shards for $10. Also used on the Hero Asgardian team. If you're looking forward to building up a team for the next Scourge event, there you go. We talked about this offer already. And then we got Miles. Miles, 75 character charge for $5. I think that's okay. If you want to save time getting him upgraded as quickly as possible. Now, he is a Young Avenger and a Web Warrior, so he can be used not only in the Morgan Le Fay Scourge event, but also inside of the Rogue Scourge event. So he kind of had double uses in 2 Scourge events for the nodes 5 and 10. All right, well, let's see if there's a Emma offer. We talked about this yesterday. She's been in the Milestone character for 20-something months. 50 character shards for $10. Very useful character even today. I use her almost every day in the arena to help speed up my team. Her passive will make her relevant going forward for a long time. She's a kit-based character, which is kind of Jade. Giantess offers She-Hulk. She-Hulk is on the Gamma Squad. She is going to be on a Horseman team, so she will be required to unlock Apocalypse. So there you go. 50 character shards for $5. Not terrible. Sinister Six team, 100 character shards times 5, $25. If you get Doc Ock, you can make a team. This is largely an unplayable team at this time. They're on the bench for me, not being used. It's also worth noting that these characters here will help you move towards unlocking Invisible Woman and Shuri. All right, Captain America, 50 character shards for $25. Maria Hill and Sharon Carter, all very mediocre. And then we've got some other confusing offers. Shield team, oh my goodness. Shield minions, 100 times 5 for $20. No, I don't think so. And then this is just an old bundle. These teams have all been fractured. So Wave 1 Avengers would be Captain America and Hawkeye. Ant-Man is on Pimtech now, and then Vision is going to be on the Bionic Avengers, and then Scarlet Witch has been moved to Darkhold. So this is kind of an old offer, and then I think that'll do it for today's offer review. We've got 2 other Asgardian offers right there, and then Loki and Hela you know, if you want to do that. And then lastly, there is a Ghost Spider tomorrow. Oh boy, I can't remember which one of the Web Warriors. What is it? Scarlet Spider tomorrow is going to be moving into the War store. That'll be the first farmable character of the month. I believe I got that right. But anyways, that is going to do it. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.
You made it so